Welcome, dear friends. Today we embark on an exploration of a remarkable force that has left an indelible mark on global history and the religious landscape, the Society of Jesus, more commonly known as the Jesuits. Beyond the pages of history books and the confines of ecclesiastical corridors, the Jesuits have been architects of change, guardians of faith, and pioneers in education, science, and social justice. Join us as we unveil the compelling story of the Jesuits, a story that intertwines with the very fabric of human civilization. Founding by Saint Ignatius Loyola. Our journey commences in the early 16th century, a time of religious fervor and sweeping changes. In the year 1491, a Basque nobleman named Íñigo López de Loyola was born, destined to become one of the most influential figures in Catholic history. Though his early years were marked by a penchant for courtly life and military pursuits, a fateful injury during a battle in 1521 changed the course of his life. During his convalescence, Loyola underwent a profound spiritual transformation. He turned away from his worldly ambitions and dedicated himself to a life of prayer and penance. Inspired by the lives of saints, he sought a deeper connection with God. Over time, Loyola formulated the spiritual exercises, a series of meditations and prayers designed to lead individuals towards a closer union with the divine. In 1534, Loyola, along with a group of like-minded companions, including Francis Xavier and Peter Faber, formed the Society of Jesus. This group, commonly known as the Jesuits, was officially recognized by Pope Paul III in 1540. Loyola, now known as Saint Ignatius, became the first superior general of the order. Early missions and the Society of Jesus. The Jesuits swiftly became a dynamic force within the Catholic Church, blending intellectual rigor with a zealous commitment to spreading the Christian faith. The early Jesuits, often called God's soldiers or foot soldiers of the Pope, were renowned for their discipline, education, and missionary zeal. One of the key elements of the Jesuit mission was education. Ignatius Loyola believed that a well-educated clergy was essential for the revitalization of the Catholic Church. The Jesuits established numerous schools and universities across Europe, earning a reputation for academic excellence. They played a crucial role in the Counter-Reformation, using education to combat the spread of Protestantism. Jesuit schools and universities emerged across Europe, becoming renowned centers of learning. The first Jesuit school, founded in Messina, Sicily in 1548, marked the beginning of an educational revolution. The Jesuits were pioneers in creating a systematic and disciplined approach to education, emphasis in both classical studies and a strong spiritual formation. Simultaneously, Jesuit missionaries embarked on ambitious journeys to the far reaches of the known world. Notable among them was Francis Xavier, who voyaged to India, Japan, and Southeast Asia, preaching the gospel and establishing Christian communities. The Jesuits were pioneers in their approach, adapting to local customs and languages to facilitate a deeper understanding of Christianity. Jesuit education, philosophy, and values. Central to Jesuit education is the philosophy of cura personalis, or care for the whole person. Jesuit schools sought to nurture not only intellectual growth, but also moral and spiritual development. The Ignatian pedagogical paradigm, derived from the spiritual exercises, encouraged reflection, discernment, and a deep understanding of one's relationship with God. The Jesuits instilled a commitment to service and social justice in their students. Education was not merely a means to personal success, but a call to engage with the world and work towards the betterment of society. The concept of men and women for others encapsulates the Jesuit commitment to producing graduates who are not only academically accomplished, but also socially conscious and compassionate. Jesuit contributions to science and astronomy. The Jesuits, ever committed to knowledge and understanding, found themselves at the forefront of scientific and astronomical exploration during the Renaissance and beyond. In the 16th and 17th centuries, when the heavens were a canvas awaiting discovery, Jesuit astronomers gazed skyward with both wonder and precision. Christopher Clavius, a Jesuit mathematician, played a pivotal role in the reform of the Gregorian calendar, bringing scientific rigor to the measurement of time. The Jesuits also contributed to the understanding of comets, the motion of planets, and the study of optics. One towering figure among the celestial Jesuits was Giovanni Battista Riccioli, whose lunar observations laid the groundwork for the naming of many lunar features. The Jesuit commitment to meticulous observation and mathematical precision not only enriched the scientific landscape of their time, but also earned them respect among their contemporaries. Jesuit involvement in the arts and literature. As the Jesuits pursued the heavens with telescopes, they also cultivated the fertile soil of artistic and literary endeavors. The order recognized the power of culture and aesthetics in conveying the message of faith and embraced the arts as a means of expression. Jesuit schools became centers of artistic and literary production. In drama, the Jesuits excelled, using theatrical performances as a tool for conveying moral and religious lessons. They were instrumental in the development of Baroque art, with notable Jesuit architects and painters contributing to the ornate beauty of churches and palaces. The balance between faith and reason in Jesuit thought. At the heart of Jesuit philosophy lies a delicate dance between faith and reason. The order, founded in the fervor of the Counter-Reformation, recognized the importance of both spiritual insight and intellectual rigor. Saint Ignatius Loyola's spiritual exercises, while rooted in a profound spirituality, also encouraged discernment and critical reflection. The Jesuits, as educators and scholars, embraced the pursuit of knowledge as a means of deepening one's faith. The idea that faith and reason are not mutually exclusive but rather complementary facets of human experience became a hallmark of Jesuit thought. This balanced approach found expression in the Jesuit commitment to education. The order believed that a well-rounded education, grounded in both the sciences and the humanities, could lead to a more profound understanding of God's creation. The Jesuits were champions of the idea that the pursuit of knowledge, far from undermining faith, could enhance and strengthen one's spiritual journey. Philosophy central to Jesuit philosophy is the concept of discernment, the process of making choices in the light of faith and in alignment with God's will. Ignatian discernment encourages individuals to reflect on their experiences, desires, and motivations, seeking to discern the movements of the Spirit in their lives. It's an invitation to be attentive to the interior movements of consolation and desolation, guiding one toward greater spiritual freedom. Finding God in all things. The Jesuits embrace a holistic spirituality that sees God present in every aspect of life. The idea of finding God in all things encourages a contemplative awareness that transcends the sacred-secular divide. Whether in prayer, work, study, or daily interactions, The Jesuits believe that God's presence can be discovered and celebrated. Magis. The Jesuit philosophy is encapsulated in the term magis, meaning more or greater. It's a call to strive for excellence, not for its own sake, but for the greater glory of God and the well-being of others. The pursuit of the magis challenges individuals to go beyond mediocrity, to continually seek growth in their relationship with God and in their contributions to the world. Jesuits' spiritual practice. At the heart of Jesuit spirituality is the practice of the spiritual exercises, a structured series of meditations and prayers designed to guide individuals through a transformative encounter with God. The exercises, often undertaken over the course of 30 days, involve deep self-reflection, imaginative contemplation, and discernment of God's will. Derived from the spiritual exercises, the daily exam is a short, prayerful reflection that invites individuals to review their day, recognize God's presence, and discern the movements of the Spirit. Jesuit spirituality is not confined to personal piety. It extends into the realm of social justice and service. Inspired by their faith, Jesuits engage in works of mercy, advocating for the marginalized and actively contributing to the betterment of society. This commitment to men and women for others is an integral part of their spiritual practice. Historical conflicts and controversies. The history of the Jesuits, like any storied institution, is not devoid of controversies. In the 18th century, the Society of Jesus faced suppression by Pope Clement IV in 1773, a decision influenced by political pressures and conflicts with monarchs in Catholic countries. The suppression lasted until the order's restoration in 1814 by Pope Pius VIII. The Jesuits, during this period, were accused of political intrigue, excessive influence, and dogmatic rigidity. Moreover, their robust missionary activities sometimes sparked tensions, especially when they encountered local cultural practices that clashed with European sensibilities. Modern criticism and challenges faced by the Jesuits. In the modern era, the Jesuits have faced criticism on various fronts. Some have questioned their commitment to traditional doctrinal orthodoxy, especially in matters of moral theology. Others have criticized their involvement in political and social justice issues, suggesting that it blurs the lines between religious and secular roles. Additionally, debates have emerged over the balance between faith and reason in Jesuit educational institutions. Critics argue that a secularizing influence has led to a dilution of religious identity within Jesuit schools and universities. The Jesuits emphasize the importance of dialogue as a pathway to peace and understanding. They believe that engaging in respectful conversations with people of other faiths not only enriches one's own spiritual journey, but contributes to a more harmonious world. Conclusion. From their early missions and educational endeavors to their contributions to science, arts, and interfaith dialogue, the Jesuits have woven a narrative of profound impact. The Jesuits have left an indelible mark on the world. Their educational institutions, from the halls of Europe to the far reaches of Asia and the Americas, have been crucibles of knowledge and virtue. Their missionaries, like Francis Xavier, journeyed across oceans to spread the gospel, while their scientists and artists enriched humanity's understanding of the cosmos and the human spirit. The enduring legacy of the Society of Jesus is not confined to the pages of history, but lives on in the hearts of those who continue to be inspired by the Jesuit spirit, a spirit that remains vibrant, transformative, and ever focused on the quest for a more just and loving world.